Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first class of the JAIIB Indian Economy and Indian Financial System. So first, let me know is audio, video both are okay? Are we good to go? So do let me know immediately that is everything okay. A very good morning to all of you. Yes, both is okay. So let's start the session. So this is the second target batch of the JAIIB, in which this is the first class of your Indian economy and Indian financial system. Now, what is Indian economy and Indian financial system? That we are going to discuss in this particular batch or in this particular session. And apart from that, we are going to discuss the basic understanding of the JAIIB exam. As you all know your customer is have a very importance in the your banking functions. Like without know your customer, without KYC, you don't follow the process of the account opening or loan application, whatever it is. Similarly, before starting the preparation of any particular exam, it is very important to know your exam and to know your syllabus. And that's what we are going to do today and in this particular orientation class. Okay. So very good morning to all of you. Let's start the session. Video is not coming. No, it's not a bilingual batch. It is an English medium batch. Bilingual batch was there at the 6 a.m. Okay, Rashmi ma'am. Voice not coming. Mr. Vishwajit sir, am I audible to you now? Do rejoin if I am not audible. Okay, let's continue. So when it comes to the Indian economy, Indian financial system, that's a new subject of your JAIIB. Apart from that, another new subject has been also launched, that is also introduced, that is the retail banking and wealth management. So these two subjects are new, but they are not totally new because they have been covered from the certain part of the JAIIB as well as the CAIIB old syllabus. So that's not a totally new syllabus for you, or that's not a totally new subject for you. Okay, now let's start. Before starting, first of all, today we are going to do what? We are going to understand the JAIIB exam and we are going to understand the Indian economy and Indian financial system subjects. Okay, that what we have to study and what we don't have to study, and how should we prepare, what should be our strategy so that we will be qualifying our exam in the single attempt, in the one attempt. 6 a.m. class was not visible. Achha, do one thing, those candidates who are here for the bilingual batch, do one thing. You can check the first paid class on the YouTube and do mail to the support at the ID that you have purchased the bilingual batch, but in your account it is an English medium batch available. Okay, so you can do that. प्रेम सर, ये आपका जो बैच है ये इंग्लिश मीडियम बैच है. दिस इज नॉट अ बाइलिंगुअल बैच. तो यहाँ पे हिंदी नहीं, इंग्लिश मीडियम में आई विल बी एक्सप्लेनिंग एवरीथिंग. See, those candidates who are here by mistake of bilingual candidate, let me tell you what you have to do. जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे bilingual batch के जुड़ चुके हैं, मैं आपको बता देती हूँ. bilingual batch की क्लास जो है वो सुबह 6 बजे होने वाली है. ठीक है, 6 से 7 बजे रहेगी, जो मैं ऑलरेडी ले चुकी हूँ. जो पर्टिकुलर कैंडिडेट ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने वो बैच नहीं देखा है, तो यूट्यूब पे उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग अवेलेबल है. आप यूट्यूब पे जाके उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग देख लीजिए. और जो मिस्टेक हुआ है कि आप इंग्लिश मीडियम बैच में ऐड हो गए हो इन कंपेरिजन टू बाइलिंगुअल बैच, आपको क्या करना है? सिंपल एक मैसेज ड्रॉप करना है, एक मेल ड्रॉप करना है सपोर्ट एट द आईडी पे, और उनको मेल कर देना है कि आपका बैच चेंज कर दिया जाए. वो चेंज कर देंगे, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. ठीक है, तो जो नेक्स्ट क्लास हमारी मंडे से होगी उसमें आप राइट बैच में एनरोल हो जाओगे. ठीक है, और ये क्लास बिकॉज इंग्लिश मीडियम है तो अब मैं हिंदी नहीं यूज करूंगी. आई विल बी यूजिंग इंग्लिश ओनली. आज क्लास हुआ है प्रेम, आपका एप्लीकेशन पे भी हुआ है, यूट्यूब पे भी हुआ है. आप एप्लीकेशन पे अटेंड नहीं कर पाए हो, आप यूट्यूब पे जाकर देख लो, अभी आपको रिकॉर्डिंग मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट द सेशन. Yes, class will be daily. है ना? चलो, let's start the session. If I talk about the subjects, there are 4 subjects in the JAIIB. First is Indian economy, Indian financial system. This Indian economy and Indian financial system is a new subject for us. It's a new subject in the JAIIB. PPB is an old subject. Principles and practices of banking is an old subject. Then AFM is also an old subject. Okay, it used to be AFB, now it is AFM. Apart from that, the retail banking and wealth management is a new subject. So these are the 4 subjects in this particular JAIIB attempt of your May-June, and out of this 2 will be new and 2 will be old. So the new 2 subjects are not totally new because their syllabus has been taken from the CAIIB or the JAIIB other subjects only. So you don't have to find out everything is new. Like for example, if I talk about the Indian economy part, this Indian economy part has been taken from the CAIIB ABM module 1. ABM module A. They have taken Indian economy from there to the JAIIB. Now this Indian financial system part has been covered here from the module A of PPB subjects. In the PPB subject, there was the module A that used to be known as Indian financial system, that has been made a new subject now. This retail banking used to be there in the PPB. This retail banking is used to be there in the principles and practices of banking. Now it has made a new subject here. Okay, so this is the information for all of you. These are the 4 subjects which are available right now. Okay, Hussain sir, मैं आज कर देती हूँ आपको, ठीक है? चलिए, let's forward now. Move forward, and if I talk about the members who are going to teach you in the English medium batch, these are the 3 people. So this is me. I am going to take Indian economy and Indian financial system. Apart from that, the PPB, principles and practices of banking. Indian economy session will be there at the 7 AM every day, and the PPB will be at 9 PM today. This will be a first class of PPB. Niharika ma'am is going to take your AFM. Niharika ma'am is going to teach you AFM, and Vishal sir is also with us, and the Vishal sir is going to take your retail banking and wealth management. So these are the 4 subjects which we are going to teach you, and these are your mentors who are going to teach you the individual subjects. Okay, now let's move forward and talk about the study plan. So this is the study plan for all of you. The timing will be your 7 to 8 AM. Hana? The timing will be 7 to 8 AM. Now this is the Indian economy, Indian financial system. In this particular study plan, you can say this is the first class, that's the orientation class of yours. That's the orientation class in which we are going to understand the exam and the pattern and the subject only. And then from Monday, the Saturday, Sunday will be off for all of you. From Monday, we are going to start the foundation class. Now, what is the requirement of foundation class and why we need foundation class? What is the requirement of foundation class? So if I talk about the foundation class, how this is going to help you in qualifying your exam, in preparing your exam, let's understand that first. So there are so many candidates who do not know about the certain terminologies related to economics. Like you don't know the certain terminologies of economics, right? In that situation, what happens? You don't able to answer the concepts. You don't able to understand the chapter solely. Like for example, there are 2 terms. There are 2 terms. First is economy, and second is economics. Acha, first let me know these 2 terms are similar or different. First let me know these 2 terms are same or different. Let me know is these 2 terms are same or different. So Madhuri ma'am is saying it's different. What about rest? Okay, everyone saying this is a different term. Hana, both economy and economics both are different. So what is the difference between these 2? What is economy and what is economics? Let me know what is the difference between these 2. So first of all, we can say that the study of economy, the study of economy is known as economics. When you are studying economy, that is known as economics. Okay, because we have heard about economics, and where we have heard about it, we have heard mainly as a subject. Economics is a subject. Now if this is a subject, we are studying something in that particular subject. So what we are studying economy in this particular subject. Okay, now what is economy then? Now what is economy then? The economy is a system. Economy is a system where production, distribution and consumption of goods and services will be done. Of goods and services will be done. So this is economy. So what is economy? Economy is simply a system where production, distribution and consumption of goods and services will be done. So this system is known as economy, and the study of this system is known as economics. Now why we have to study this system? What is the requirement to study this system? The requirement is this, that if we talk about our economy, we have a scarce resources. There is a scarce resources. It means resources are very limited. Right, but when it comes to the needs and wants, we have unlimited needs and wants. We have unlimited needs and wants. right? So we have a very scarce resources, we have a very limited resources, but the need and wants of the persons are unlimited. Now how you will be capable of fulfilling this? So we have to allocate our resources, we have to do the allocation of resources in such a sense that we will be able to fulfill this need and want of the people. Now this is why we require the study of the system. This is why we have to study the production, distribution and consumption of goods and services, because we have a lot of demand or needs, but we have a limited resources. So how we should allocate the resources so that people will be able to get the fulfill their requirement, they fulfill their needs and wants. That is very much important here. So we have a limited resources, but the unlimited needs and wants is there. That's why we need the study of economy. So this is the difference between economy and economics. Apart from that, I can explain it in the different way also. So I can say that economics is a set of theories. Economics is a set of theories, or I can say economics is a set of principles. A certain rules, certain principles, certain regulations has been given to us, has been defined to us. That is known as economics, right? That is economics. Now, when we use these set of theories in the practical life, when we use these set of theories in the practical life, that will be known as economy. So you can explain either way. Okay, you can explain either way. You can say that economy is a system of production, distribution, exchange, or consumption of goods and services, and the study of this system is economics. Or you can say that economics is a set of theories or principles which we are using in the real life, and that makes the economy, that makes the system. So you can explain this either way. Both are correct, right? So this is the difference between economy and economics. Let me know, is it clear to everyone? Let me know, is it clear to each and every one of you? The difference between economy and economics, yes or no? Those who are on the YouTube watching us, let me know, is it clear to all of you also? Clear to all, right? So this is why the foundation classes are required, because we need to understand the concept. Let's understand the another concept. Let's say, for example, I am talking about GDP and I am talking about GNP. Now let me know what is the difference between these two. What is the difference between GDP and GNP? If you don't know the difference between GDP, GNP, you can simply write don't know. But do let me know if you know and don't know, so that we don't have to waste our time. Let me know what is the difference between GDP and GNP. Okay, maximum people are saying don't know. Okay, no issue. Let's understand this. To understand the GDP and GNP, first let's understand a very basic thing. Let's first understand a very basic thing, the domestic product and national product. First we have a domestic product, second we have a national product. Domestic product means that is related to home. Domestic means we can say gharelu, that is related to the home. So whatever production has been done within the geographical boundary of a country. So all the goods and services which is produced within the geographical boundary of a country, whether it is produced by an Indian or whether it is produced by the foreigner, it doesn't matter, but it should be produced within the geographical boundary. It means when it comes to the domestic product, we have to search for the geographical boundary. Whatever is produced within the geographical boundary, that will be counted as the domestic product. Okay, that will be counted as the domestic product. Okay, now if I talk about national product is what? When the citizen of a country within the geographical boundary or outside the geographical boundary producing the goods and services, then the money value of that goods and services will be national product. Okay, so in the national product, you have to find out the citizen. You have to find out about the citizen. So domestic products is simply the production which has been done within the geographical boundary of a country, whether it is done by Indian or foreigner, it doesn't matter. And what is national product? National product means the production which has done by the citizen of a country, whether it's in the geographical boundary or outside the geographical boundary. Let me know this is clear. This concept between domestic and national clear to all of you? Deepak sir, what you have to do, you have to mail to the support at the ID that by mistake you have enrolled in the English medium class. Okay, you have to mail to the support at the ID. They will change your batch. Don't worry about it. Okay, so clear to all. Chalo. Now let's understand what is the difference between gross and net. What is the difference between gross and net? There are two terms, that is gross and then there is a net value. Gross means the total value and the net means remained value. Gross means total value and the net means remained value. Okay, net means remained value. Now let's say for example there are two people. First is I am and the other person is, let's say for example, Deepak sir. Okay, there are two people. We both want to purchase the iPhone and the price of iPhone is 2 lakh. Okay, so sir, Deepak sir have 2 lakh rupees. So he went to outlet of iPhone, he went to Inspire outlet and purchased the phone by paying the 2 lakh rupees. So he purchased the iPhone, Hana, in 2 lakh rupees. But now I have only 1 lakh rupees. I have only 1 lakh rupees, but I want to purchase the same phone. Can I be capable of purchasing the phone? I want a same phone, but I have only 1 lakh rupees. I don't have 2 lakh rupees. Can I purchase this phone? If yes, then how? Let me know. Okay, I can take on loan in EMI. Okay, I don't want to take loan. I don't want EMI. Then what can I do? I don't want to take loan. Tell me any other option. Wait for Diwali sale. No. I want to purchase right now. On discount I can buy. It depends na, discount is there or not. The product is of 2 lakh rupees, I have told you. The iPhone is of 2 lakh rupees and I want to purchase that iPhone. But I have only 1 lakh rupees. What can I do? I can't afford the installment. I can't afford the loan. I can't afford the EMI. Then what can I do? Then not able to purchase. No, I want to purchase. Yes, very good. Then I can go with the second hand phone. Let's say there are another person, that is Madhuri. Let's say there is Madhuri and she purchased the phone 6 months before me. Now she want to sell the phone. So now I purchased the iPhone, same iPhone from the Madhuri ma'am in the 1 lakh rupees. Now why she is selling 2 lakh rupee phone in the 1 lakh? Because she used in the 1 year. She used that phone in the 6 months. Hana? She used the phone for 6 months. So when she used the phone, maybe somehow the value of the phone has been decreased because she, let's say for example, somehow the phone screen has been broken or the charger point has been broken, or I can say the crack is there on the screen or something like that. Because she used the phone for the 6 months, that's why the value of the phone has been decreased. And that decreased value is known as depreciation. That decreased value is known as what? That is known as your depreciation. That is your depreciation. So when she purchased, it used to be of 2 lakh rupees, but she used for 6 months. Now what happened? This product's value has been decreased because there is a depreciation. What is depreciation? Decrease in the value of asset because you have used that value. That is known as your depreciation. Okay, that will be known as your depreciation. So how to calculate this particular value? When you decrease the depreciation from the gross value, you will get the net value. When you decrease the depreciation out of the gross value, you will get your net value. Right? Clear? Yes or no? Let me know. Till now everything is clear. The concept I have explained is clear to all of you. Let me know. Yes, that credit will be available, Srinivas sir. The credit will be available for account subject. You have to give the rest 3 subjects: PPB, Indian economy and retail. Okay, clear to all. Now, if I talk about that I have purchased the same phone in 1 lakh and Deepak has purchased the same phone in 2 lakh. So which value will be known as gross value and which value will be known as net value? Let me know. Out of these two values, which is gross value and which is net value? Let me know. Very good. So this 2 lakh rupees will be your gross value and this 1 lakh rupees will be your net value. Because net value means remained value. Now how much value has been remained? Only 1 lakh has been remained. Gross means total value. What was the total value of the product? It was 2 lakh, but now it is remained only 1 lakh. So gross will be total, it means 2 lakh, and net will be remained, that will be means your 1 lakh rupees, right? Now if I talk about the market in which the first time product will be sold, it means the fresh product will be sold, that is known as primary market. So Deepak sir has purchased the phone from the primary market in which the first time product has been sold. That's why its value is gross. Now I have purchased the product from the secondary market, and the secondary market is a type of market where the already purchased product has been sold. It means I purchased from the secondary market, that's why I got the remained value of the product. Clear? So we have understand what is domestic product, what is national product, what is gross value, what is net value. Now let's come to the GDP and GNP and understand these two concepts. So what is GDP? GDP means simply the money value of all final goods and services produced within the geographical boundary by the Indian or foreigner, doesn't matter, but it should be there in the geographical boundary. Okay, it should be there in the geographical boundary. So that's the domestic product. Their boundaries production will be known as domestic product. When you're counting as a gross value, gross means total value. So here you are counting the total, or you can say the final money value of goods and services. So you are counting the final money value. Final money value of goods and services means the last price at which you are purchasing, that is 2 lakh rupees. So the total value you can say, or the final money value of a goods and services produced within the geographical boundary of a country will be known as gross domestic product. That will be known as gross domestic product. Now what is GNP, gross national product? It means the production by the citizen. The production by the citizen within the country, outside the country. Same, the final money value of all final goods and services. Final money value of goods and services will be counted. But it will be produced by the citizen. This should be the Indian citizen. This person should be Indian. Then only it will be counted in the national product. Okay. So this will be your gross national product. I hope it is clear. Now, if I want to calculate the net value, what I have to do, if I want to calculate the net value, what I have to do? To calculate the net value, I have a very simple option. If I calculate net value, here I will get NDP and here I will get NNP. That is net national product and net domestic product. So when I subtract depreciation out of GDP, when I subtract GDP minus depreciation is there, I will be getting the NDP. I will be getting the NDP because this is the gross value. I have subtracted depreciation out of this, so I got the net value. Similarly, in this case, there will be GNP minus depreciation will be giving me the NNP, that is net national product, because the gross national product was there. So we have subtracted the depreciation. Clear? Let me know, clear till now? Is the GDP, GNP, NDP, NNP, all the 4 terms clear to all of you? No, it's not a bilingual batch, Gopi sir. This is the English medium batch. The bilingual batch was there at the 6 AM. NNP means net national product. Net national product is very simple. You are calculating the value of production that has been done by the citizen. Only by the citizen you are calculating. So when you calculate the net value, what you have to do? You have to subtract the depreciation. What is depreciation? Decrease in the value of assets. So it used to be gross, but you have subtracted depreciation. That's how you get the net national product. Clear, sir? So it is very simple. Whenever you want to get the net value, you have to subtract the depreciation from the gross. Okay. Clear. Next. So this is why we need a foundation class. This is why we need a foundation class. So this is the concept which required to understand. Hana, these are the concepts which required to understand. That's why Monday to Friday we are going to have our foundation batch. Okay, we are going to have our foundation batch in which we are having a understanding of the subject of Indian economy as well as the Indian financial system. Kavita ma'am, what you can do, you can mail to the support Adda that you have by mistake got the English medium batch but you have enrolled in the bilingual batch. They will change your batch. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now, so this is the class and we will be starting the proper syllabus. We will be starting the proper syllabus from the Monday, that is of 23rd of January, and definitely we are expecting in the 2nd or 3rd week of January the syllabus of the syllabus will be by the IFS will be given. Okay, so this will be available. That's the study plan which is there. Now next let's move forward and understand what are the subjects and what are the modules. So we know there are 4 subjects. These are the 4 subjects and each subject have 4 modules. Okay, each subject has right now the 4 modules and these are the 4 modules. First we have Indian economy, Indian financial system, where you have to, the paper 1 is Indian economy, Indian financial system. Paper 2 is principles and practices of banking. Paper 3 is accounting and financial management for bankers. Paper 4 will be retail banking and wealth management. Okay, these are the 4 papers. Now, the first module of Indian economy, Indian financial system will be covering Indian economic architecture. Now, Indian economic architecture means how the economy is working, how the flow of money works, how the exchange of funds will be done, how the economy is studying the individual person and the overall macro, it means the whole economy. So, everything we have to cover under the Indian economy architecture. That will be the part of our syllabus in which the basic introduction of economics we have to cover. Like what are the branches of economics, what are the types of economy in the world trade, what are the economic system is there, everything we have to cover here. Then the economic concepts related to banking we have to cover. That will be covering like monetary policy, your inflation, CRR, SLR, all the instruments of monetary policy, the terminologies related to inflation, we have to cover that because that's the part which is related to the economics as well as your financial system, it means banking. Then we have our Indian financial architecture. Now, when we talk about financial system, what is financial system? Financial system means simply exchange of funds among the people who have surplus money and the persons who have deficit of money. So, let's say there is one person who have a money more than what he requires. So, what he wants to deposit that money. He deposited that money in the bank and the bank has provided loan to the another person who needed the money. So, this is what we are talking about the Indian financial system. So, financial system is simply the exchange of funds among the people who have surplus money and the persons who have deficit of money, right? That we are calculating here. Then how this financial system is working, what is the architecture of this financial system, how this surplus fund will be going to the deficit to the persons who have deficit of money, who are the mediators, who are the market participants, what instruments should be used, how we will exchange these funds. All these are the part of the Indian financial system architecture that we have to cover here. Then we have a financial product and services. So there are a lot of financial product and services like commercial paper, certificate of deposit, treasury bills, shares, bonds, debentures, cash management bill, etc. All these are the financial product and services which are helping us to exchange the fund. So that is what we have to cover in these 4 modules of the Indian economy and Indian financial system. Okay. Apart from that, the study material in the Mahapack will be available. All the study material in Mahapack will be available. E-books will be available, test series, the conceptual classes, the classes, PDF, everything will be available in the Mahapack. Okay. Now, the proper topic-wise study plan will be available to all of you as soon as the IIBF will be given the study plan or the topic details. Okay. So, let's say for example, IIBF has been given the syllabus today in the morning. So, by tomorrow you will get the topic-wise study plan of your batches, that in which particular date, which subject we are going to cover. Okay, so don't worry about it. Right now, we as a mentor have an idea that what actually the Indian economy is covering, what actually the Indian financial system is covering. So that's according to that, we are going to start the classes because the syllabus is very fast. And there are 4 subjects. 4 subjects have your 4 modules. So we have to start early. So we are having a proper understanding of the subject. Since the second week of the January, definitely there will be a syllabus and we will be starting with the topic-wise study plan. Okay. To upgrade to the Mahapack, what you have to do, you just have to mail to the support at the ID. Mail to them that you want to upgrade your target batch into the Mahapack. They will send you a link of the difference amount and then you can use the coupon code to that to get the discount also and you can upgrade your account. Okay. Now, next, this is the principal general banking operation, all the basic banking operations of bank, like what is banking, how banking is working, what are the banking functions that you have to cover. Then you have to cover the lending operations of the bank, like what are the fair codes of practices bank is using. Apart from that, you have to cover in the credit cards, in the loans, what criteria should be there, everything. The loan related criteria will be covered here. Then banking technology that used to be there in the old syllabus also, that is there in the new syllabus, in which what technology banking is using. Apart from that, we have to cover here like what kind of services bank is providing here. Hana, in the banking technology, what are the subsidiaries of RBI which are actually working here to maintain the cyber security in the RBI and Indian banking system. So all these things we have to cover under the banking technology, like the functions of the bank in the IT sector. Then we have to cover the ethics in banks and financial institutions. Now ethics means what? Ethics means the study of human being. Ethics means the study of human being to know what kind of behavior this person have. A systematic study of human nature is systematic study of human behavior that is helping us to know what is right and what is wrong, what are the moral principle, what are the human values. That study is known as ethics. But when we talk about the ethics in the banks and financial institution, it means we are talking about the ethics in business. So business ethics we are talking about. Now what is business ethics? Business ethics is also a systematic study of the environment of the organization and or we can say the environment of the financial institution. Like what code of conduct should be followed, what rules and regulations should be there, what set of rules will be there which should be followed by each and every person so that the organization will be working in a standardized form. That is the business ethics. So that we have to cover here in the ethics. Okay. Now accounting and financial management for bankers you have to cover. I don't have specialization in this particular subject, so I'm just going to write the name of the read the name of the modules. Accounting and accounting principles and process, then financial statement and core banking system, financial management, taxation fundamentals and cost of costing. So financial management I can explain you that because I have that specialization in that particular topic. So financial management is nothing, just to understand, just to know how to manage your finances. So whenever you are starting a business, whatever you are doing, you need to manage your finances. Like how to manage your finances, from where you can collect your finances. Like we have an option, we can take loan from the bank. We have a second option, we can take equity from the bank. We have third option, we can take debt from the market. Okay, so this is what we are doing. The way to collect the money, there are certain way by which we can collect money. Like for example, I can say here, you can take a loan from the bank, you can issue equity, and you can issue the debt instrument. In debt instrument, we mainly have bonds and debentures. Okay, we mainly have bonds and debentures in the debt instruments, right? Now, do understand these things. Loan is a also debt. Loan is also debt. You can issue bonds or debenture. You can take the loan. So what happens that every company, whenever they are starting their business, every company have to find out like how much amount of money should be collected from the shares, or how much amount of money should be taken as a loan from the bank. If you are taking the whole amount as a loan from the bank, now it will become very hard for you to repay if your business fails. So you can't take risk, because in the loan there is an obligation, you have to definitely return the money. So you can't take that risk. So what you are doing, you are taking, let's say 50% loan from the bank, and next 50% you are issuing shares. Now, what is shares? Shares gives you the ownership of a company. When you are issuing your company share and the public is purchasing your share, it means you have given the ownership of your company to the public. So, do you have any kind of obligation to return the money of public? No, you don't. Because in the share, when you are transferring the ownership, it means if the company is having a profit, the individual shareholder will get the profit. If the company is facing loss, the individual shareholder has to bear the loss. Okay, because there is no obligation on the company. So this is known as debt. In the debt, you can take loan from the bank, you can issue bonds and debenture, and the second one will be your equity. So to decide how much money should be collected from the debt, how much money should be collected from the equity, that's the major decision of your financial management that you have to take. Okay. Now, apart from that, taxation will be a new added, taxation is a new added topic of your AFM, but it's not tough. You know, you all are paying the income tax, right? So you file the income tax return. So when you are studying the taxation, you will find it very interesting. Like you will know that how the CA is filing your income tax, okay? Because most of you are not filing by yourself. Definitely you are having your CA to file that. But when you are studying the taxation, you will find out like how these taxes are working, how the GST is rolling in the country, how the revenue is collected out of GST, why we have to pay the GST. Everything will be understandable. So this taxation will become very interesting for all of you. Now, introduction to retail banking. What is retail banking? You guys are working in the retail banking right now. So you definitely know what is retail banking, what are the retail products and how to recover them. So retail banking, the product services you have to cover here, support services, marketing of banking services that you have to cover. So marketing used to be the part of the module D of principles and practices of banking. This has been added in the retail banking now. Then last one, we have a wealth management. So maybe wealth management will be a totally new topic for all of you because many of you have not studied the wealth management, but it is simply the management of the wealth of the public. That is what the bank is doing. Okay, so this is the module wise topics or module wise syllabus of your all the 4 subjects. Now the pattern of examination is like 100 questions will be there and 120 minutes will be there. There was negative marking initially, but the IIBF has been given us the notification that no negative marking will be there now onwards. So there is no negative marking, okay, and you will find out here without negative marking 100 questions will be there, 120 minutes will be there. So we can attempt all the questions, so don't have to worry about the negative marking. And in the first attempt there is no negative marking. IBF have changed this, but now one more important thing is that in the first attempt of the new syllabi will be the paper will be easy, because IIBF have know that they have added more subjects in the JAIIB as well as the CAIIB. So the pattern of the paper will be easy in the first attempt. So we have to try to qualify the paper in the single attempt only, in the first attempt only, so that we don't have to go with the tougher paper. Okay, so the first attempt with the new syllabi is definitely going to be easy. So our target should be to qualify in the first attempt. Apart from that, the credits will be available for only for your PPB and AFB. So principles and practices of banking, if you have already covered, then you don't have to give the exam here. If you have qualified the accounting and finance for bankers, then you don't have to give the paper for the accounting and financial management for bankers. Okay. Apart from that, if I say you qualified, let's say PPB, but not the AFB. So in the May attempt, what you have to do, you have to go with the AFM, you have to go with the Indian economy and Indian financial system, and you have to go with the retail banking wealth management. So these 2 new subjects you have to give, and the rest, the another subject which you have not qualified, you have to give that. Okay, like if you have qualified the PPB, you don't have to give the PPB, you have to give the other 3 subjects. If you qualified the AFB, you don't have to give the AFM now, you have to give PPB, Indian economy and retail. Okay, so this is the credits which are available for your next syllabi. Now, the time limit has been given to you, that is the 5 attempts and 3 years. In the 5 attempts, you have to qualify the exam and the 3 years period will be given to you. Okay, that is known as your time period. Okay, and that is more than sufficient to qualify your paper. The 5 attempts is more than sufficient and the 3 years period is more than sufficient to qualify the exam. Clear? Next. Now the passing criteria is that in each subject you should need 550 marks. Apart from that, in out of 100 you should need 50 marks here, and at least 45 marks should be scored in each subject, and the aggregate should be 50 marks. Like your paper is of 400 marks. So the total marks should be 200, and at least 45 marks should be there in each subject. Then in the single attempt you will qualify the paper. Now what happens here? First of all, let's say for example, your retail banking subject is very strong. What you can do, you can go with the retail banking. You can score 60 plus in the retail banking, and then you can score between 45 to 50 marks in the other 3 subjects, and you will be easily qualifying the aggregate marks. That is required 50%. So 50% aggregate marks will be qualified very easily. Just focus on a particular subject that's a strong subject of yours. Okay, so this is the passing criteria. In the each subject 45 is required at least, and the 50% overall. And if you want to qualify, let's say if you are giving for the PPB exam only in the first attempt, then you need 50 marks to qualify the PPB, है ना, individually. Now these are the 4 modules in the Indian economy, Indian financial system. Let's understand what we have to study here. Indian economy architecture, Indian economic concept related to banking, Indian financial architecture, financial product and services. Now here the topics which we have to cover, let's say first we are talking about the Indian economy chapters. You can give the 5th attempt. You can give the 5th attempt here. Okay. Now, what are the topics of Indian economy? Let's understand. So, first of all, we need to qualify. We need to understand fundamentals of economics. Fundamental of economics we have to cover. Okay. Apart from that, the second thing we have to cover here, fundamental of economics is there. The fundamental of economics, we cover everything. The definitions of economics, what is economy, what is economics, the sectors of economy, the types of economy. Then we have to cover the branches of economics, everything will be covered here. The types of economic system will be covered here. That is your fundamentals of economics. Now, after that, we have to cover the micro and macroeconomics. Micro and macroeconomics we have to cover. Okay, after covering micro and macroeconomics, what we need else? We have to cover the demand and supply. So we have to cover what is demand, what is supply, the law of demand and law of supply. Apart from that, the elasticity of demand and elasticity of supply we have to cover here. The types of goods we have to cover here. Okay, these are the part which we have to cover under the demand and supply. Apart from that, we have to cover the economic reforms here. Economic reform, the last economic reform has been happened in our country was in the year 1991. That was the LPG. So do you have you heard about LPG? Let me know. Do you heard about LPG? What is the full form of LPG? Let me know. Those candidates who are watching us on YouTube also, you can tell me that what is LPG? Yes, Yogesh, you can do that in the single attempt, all in each subject 45 minimum marks and 50% overall. Very good. No, it's not liquefied petroleum gas. Why we will be discussing gas in the economy? It's liberalization, privatization and globalization. Okay, we have to cover here the liberalization, privatization and globalization. So that's the economic reform. So economic planning and reform we have to cover here. Then we have to cover the monetary policy. The monetary policy is formulated by RBI to control the price stability in the economy. So there are 3 objectives of making monetary policy. The first objective is to control the price stability. The second objective is to maintain the economic stability in the country. And the third objective is to have a sustainable growth in the economy. So these are the 3 reasons why the monetary policy has been introduced in the country. Okay, apart from that, if I go forward, so you will find the next topic we have to cover here is inflation. The next important topic will be your inflation. What is inflation? Okay, the rise in the prices is inflation. Okay, then we have, apart from that, we have to cover the fiscal policy. Now, fiscal policy is Government of India's policy which has been introduced every year by the finance minister of our country in form of budget. So, fiscal policy totally tells us about the income and expenditure of Government of India for the upcoming year. With the fiscal policy, we have to cover here the Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act 2003. Okay, that has been introduced to reduce the deficit of the government, that has been introduced to reduce the borrowing from the of the government of India. Okay, apart from that, we have to cover the union budget also. What we have to cover? The union budget, certain important points we have to cover, because the budget will be made by government of India for the development of the country, right? So that's why we have to cover. Then national income and aggregates we have to cover. So what is national income? The income of a nation, the income of a country is known as national income, and the aggregate of national income will be your GDP, GNP, NDP, NNP, that we have to cover. So national income and the aggregates of national income we have to cover in the Indian economy. Apart from that, there is a chances that they can ask the business cycle also, because that is, this topic was there in the your CAIIB, ABM module A. So maybe chances they can ask in the JAIIB also. Okay, then we have demand and supply for money. Demand and supply for money, that we have to cover. So these are the topics, basic topics which we have to cover under the Indian economy. All these topics are related to the Indian economy. Okay, now let's move forward and let's talk about the Indian financial system, what we have to cover under the Indian financial system. So when I talk about the Indian financial system, first we have to have an overview of the system. Now in the overview, what we have to cover? We have to cover the certain things like the, what is financial system, how it works, what does the exchange of funds among the people who have surplus money and the people who have deficit of money means. So the basic understanding of the financial system, types of bank, types of banking, that we have to cover. That's the introduction of this topic, we can say, or overview of Indian financial system. Okay, after that we have to cover the roles and responsibilities of regulatory bodies, that we have to cover. Like for example, I can say RBI, SEBI, NABARD, IRDA, PFRDA, all these are the regulatory bodies of our country which are regulating the different sectors of our economy. So that we have to cover. What are the roles of RBI, regulatory bodies, SEBI's role is what, IRDA's role is what, that we have to cover here. So the roles and responsibilities of the regulatory bodies we have to cover. Then we have to cover the financial market. We have to cover the financial market. In the financial market, we have a certain types of market. We have money market, we have capital market, and then we have a forex market. In the capital market, we have debt market and we have equity market. So all these market in the detail we have to cover. The major part we have to cover under the money market and capital market. These two markets are more important in comparison to other. Okay, so what is the role of SEBI, what is mutual fund, what is IPO, FPO, etc., that we have to cover here. Right now, because this is a financial system, you are studying the banking system, so we have to cover the risk management here. The risk management means here simply the basic of the NPA, Basel norms and types of risk. So when there is a financial system where the banks are working, it means there will be a risk also. Credit risk, interest rate risk, liquidity risk, market risk should be there, can be there. Apart from that, your business risk, operational risk, legal risk, so many types of risk are there. So to make sure that you are controlling those risks, we need a risk management techniques, and that we have to cover here. So the NPA, the Basel norms, apart from that, your risk management techniques, the types of risks we have to cover. Then we have to cover the recent developments in financial system, So we have to cover the recent development in the financial system in the end. Like what changes RBI has been done in the money market, what changes has been done in the capital market, that's what we have to cover here. Okay, so the changes in the recent development in the financial system we have to cover. So these are the topics, okay, which we have to cover under the Indian financial system. Clear? These are the topics which we have to cover in the Indian financial system. Now, I hope the pattern of the exam, everything is clear to all of you. Now, what to do to qualify the exam? The first important thing is know your exam and know your syllabus. So as you know, without the KYC, nothing happens in your bank. Similarly, without knowing your exam, without knowing your syllabus, nothing can happen in the exam. So first you should know your pattern of exam. Okay, exam pattern, you should know what the exam is asking for. Then you should know the syllabus of your exams, so that the syllabus will be available by the 2nd or 3rd week of the January, definitely. So the know your exam and know your syllabus is very important before starting the preparation. After that, make a proper study plan. See, consistency is what required to qualify any exam. If you are consistent for your preparation, if you are consistent in preparing, then definitely you will be qualifying the exam. So if I talk about the consistency is required, so I'm not saying that start reading 10 hours a day from today onwards. No, I'm just saying just give 2 hours daily, but give it consistently. That is very much important. Now, why making a study plan is very much important? Because when you make a study plan, you will know what you have covered and what has been left. Because the syllabus is vast and the theoretical subjects are there, so we have to make a proper study plan, what is required to qualify the exam, or what we have covered, what is required to cover. Okay, then give mock test. Mock test plays a very important role, because in the self evaluation you will find your weak subject and your strong subject. Okay, you will find your weak subject and strong subject. Now, so whatever subject of yours is strong, what you can do, your strong subject will be helping you to get more marks in the exam, and that will help you to cover the 50% aggregate score. Let's say I have said that retail banking is, let's say for example, your good subject, because you are performing retail banking, so you are good in retail banking. So what you can do, you will find there in the retail banking you can get 60 plus marks. Okay, and in the remaining 3 subjects you can get 45 to 50 marks. That is sufficient. So you will be easily qualifying the aggregate score and the individual 45 minimum at least. So we don't have to do the PhD on a particular subject. We need to qualify the exam. To qualify the exam, we have to go with the smart work, and this is the smart work which you have to do. Okay, and do revise regularly. The lack of revision makes it very difficult for us to choose out of 2 options. Like sometimes it's happened in the paper, we are confirmed that we have studied this topic. We are confirmed that we have studied this topic in this particular book, and the right side in the corner of the bottom of the page, there was a detail written about this particular topic which has been asked in the paper. But still we are confused about it. Why we are confused? We are confused between 2 options, A and C. We are not able to know which will be the right one. Because of the lack of revision, this happens. So you are, when preparing the subjects, do make sure properly give the time. Allot a single day. Sunday should be allowed to the mock test practice and the revision regularly, because in the theoretical subject without revision nothing is going to be possible. So what you have to do, you have to revise the things, you have to cover the things regularly. And the most important strategy which should be there, always go with the conceptual understanding. Without conceptual understanding, exam is not going to be qualified. If you can see the November-December syllabus or the November-December exam analysis of the PPB, you will find the questions were very much conceptual, and that was very important for the people to understand the concepts. Without that, you will not be able to answer the case study questions. So do make sure you are covering the conceptual understanding. Without that, there is no chances of qualifying the exam. Okay, apart from that, this is the information for all of you, that these are, if you are following these 4 to 5 things, this is the strategy. These 5 things you have to follow. Apart from that, you don't have to do anything else. Definitely you will be qualifying your exam in the single attempt, in the first attempt. Now, this is the information, those candidates who are join us in the YouTube. On the YouTube, this is the information for all of you, that the bilingual batch and the English medium batch both started from today onwards, from the 13th of January. In the English medium batch, the Indian economy and Indian financial system classes will be at 7 AM. And the PPB principles and practices of banking classes will be at 9 PM. Okay, and both the classes will be taken by me. Both the subjects will be taken by me. Apart from that, the bilingual batch is already started today, in which the Indian economy, Indian financial system class will be at 6 AM and the PPB will be at the 9 to 10 PM. Now, to enroll in any of these target batch, you can use a code Y496, because right now the 81% off is going on, and that is available till 12 PM today. Till 12 p.m. this 81% off will be there. After that there will be no discount on the product. Okay, so you can go and enroll here. Apart from that, we have Mahapacks also. On the Mahapack, the double validity plus 81% off is going on. If you use the code Y496, you will get both things. Okay, now what is the difference between the target batch and double Mahapack? In the target batch, you will be getting only the conceptual classes. In the Mahapack, you will be getting the conceptual classes, revision batches, MCQ batches, case study batches, numerical batches, your, let's say, in future your all the batches will be whichever will be introduced in the application will be given to you. Ebooks test series will be also available. So this is the difference between the target batch and the JAIIB CAIIB Mahapack. So right now this offer is going on. To enroll the offer, what you have to do, you just have to go to the application. Okay, if you have not downloaded the application, do download it, because the 1% additional discount will be available on the application. How to enroll? Just click on the JAIIB CAIIB. If you want to go with the target batch only, then click on the JAIIB 2023. And if you want to go with the Mahapack, you can click on here. Like these are the target batches which are going on right now. These are the individual subject batch and the combination batches is available. This is the English medium batch. To enroll, just click on the batch. Do read the detail. You can see Indian economy is starting from 7 a.m. PPB will be there at 9 p.m. today only. So to enroll, you can click on the buy now. When you click on buy now, you have to enter a code here, that is your Y496, and click on the apply. When you apply, you will find here the 80% discount is available. 1% additional discount will be available by using the coins on the application. 6 months validity is there, covering all the 4 subjects of JAIIB, and you have to pay around your 3,800 or 3,700 to get this particular product. Okay. Now, next thing is important here, that you can go with the JAIIB CAIIB Mahapack also. If you want to go with the JAIIB Mahapack only, you can go, because it will be covering everything. Right now, you are getting only conceptual classes in the target batch, but if you are enrolled in the Mahapack, you will be getting ebooks, test series, you will be getting in the future revision batches. Like what happens now, right now you will join the target batch, and after joining the target batch, you will feel like I will cover that. But when the exam comes near, you feel like you need to revise and you are not getting time for with the job and family and all. So you think about it, let's enroll in the revision batch also. That will be very helpful, right? So it's better you enroll right now, because the double validity is there and you have to invest only once. So you can go with the JAIIB CAIIB Mahapack. It will be covering 2 years validity, will be covering all the subjects of JAIIB as well as CAIIB. Compulsory elective paper will be covered. Do read all the details. After reading all the details, all the bilingual in English medium, all batches will be available here. Click on the buy now option. Here you have to enter a code that will be the same, Y496, and click on the apply. When you apply, you will find this is the discount which is going on right now. 80% it is showing. For 1% additional discount, you have to go to the application, use the coins. 12 plus 12 months validity, 2 years validity is available here. Apart from that, you can see this offer is valid. The double validity plus the 81% off is available by the day 12 p.m. only. After that, this offer will not be there. And the code to enroll, you can use the code Y496. Okay. Yes, it will be Deepak sir. Okay, so this is the information for the offer which is going on right now, and that will be available till the 12 p.m. today. Clear? Let me know all the things which we have discussed today is clear to everyone. Apart from that, I will let you know that the YT sessions is also going on. In the morning 7 a.m. I am taking the Indian economy YT session. Okay. And at the 8 a.m. I am taking your PPB. Sorry, in the morning 7 a.m. I am having PPB. I am taking PPB subject. And at the 8 a.m. I am taking Indian economy and Indian financial system. So these are the English medium YT sessions available for all of you. To upgrade to your Mahapack, what you can do, you can mail to the support at the ID that you want to upgrade your batch, target batch to the Mahapack. Just mail to the support at the. They will send you the link on the Gmail in which the difference amount you have to pay only. You can use the code Y496 to get the offer there, and you can upgrade your account. Yes, it will be provided in the particular batch. Okay, in the target batch, it will be provided. Don't worry about it. Okay, so let's end here. See you in the on next class of Monday. That will be starting the foundation batch and will be the basic understanding of the subject we will be starting. Okay, so see you on Monday. We have classes at your class. What you are trying to say, Prasanti? Achha, yeah, YT classes are there already going on. The PPB Indian economy, and these are the timing of YT classes. Okay. Test series right now will not be available, Adi, because you know now the syllabus has not been defined by the IIBF. As soon as the syllabus has been defined, you will find the test series. Okay, don't worry about it. If you have Mahapack, you will have the old one test series that is available right now. You can give that test series because not that much syllabus has been changed. Okay, the new test series will be available as soon as the IIBF will give the new target or new syllabus. आपने बाइलिंगुअल बैच लिया था तो आप क्या करो, सपोर्ट अड्डा को एक मेल कर दीजिए कि आपने बाइलिंगुअल बैच लिया था, आपको इंग्लिश मीडियम का सब्सक्रिप्शन मिल गया है, वो आपका बैच चेंज कर देंगे, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. निशा, यू कैन चेक ऑन द यूट्यूब, जस्ट गो टू द यूट्यूब, यहाँ पे आपको मिल जाएगा 6 AM वाली क्लास का. आप कहाँ पे जाना, लाइव में जाना, यूट्यूब पे आप लाइव में जाओगे. लेट मी शो यू, आपको मैं दिखा देती हूँ यहाँ पर. सो यू हैव टू गो टू द ऑफिसर्स अड्डा, है ना. कहाँ पे जाना है आपको, ऑफिसर्स अड्डा पे जाना है. आप ऑफिसर्स अड्डा 24/7 पे जाओगे. दिस इज दी चैनल, अगर सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो सब्सक्राइब भी कर दीजिए एंड क्लिक ऑन द लाइव बटन. जब आप लाइव पे क्लिक करोगे ना तो यू विल फाइंड हियर कि आपका जो अभी जो फर्स्ट पेड बैच हुआ है वो आपको मिल जाएगा, है ना. दैट इज नॉट अवेलेबल हियर. आप होम पेज पे जाओ, स्क्रॉल डाउन. आप जब स्क्रॉल डाउन करोगे तो यू विल फाइंड इट. 1 सेकेंड. दीज आर द पेड क्लासेस, सारी पेड क्लासेस अवेलेबल है. यहीं पे आपको 6 AM का पेड क्लास भी अवेलेबल हो जाएगा और यू कैन गो टू द लाइव, और लाइव में भी आपको यहाँ पे पेड क्लास अवेलेबल हो जाएगी. ठीक है, सो यू कैन गो एंड चेक हियर.